Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Well, we've been witnessing a lot of political infighting this election cycle, and none of that has been more evident as the recent infighting with the Republican Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, refusing to back Donald Trump. Well, it seems like all of that has changed after the two met this week in D.C. They released a joint statement saying that they decided it's really important that the party unites around their shared principles. Apparently, they had a great conversation. They were honest about their few differences while recognizing that there's also many important areas of common ground. Now, the speaker called this meeting a positive step, but he was quick to say that he still hasn't endorsed Donald Trump yet. But it seems as though Donald Trump still has the edge here in this meeting. We know that's how he kind of goes into these business deals, because the millions of voters who are backing Trump, they want immigration enforcement and fair trade deals. And this is key because these are both things which Ryan has worked against. Joining me now is Infowars writer Kit Daniels. Now, Kit, is Ryan going to stop moving against Donald Trump behind closed doors? And what is the deal? Why won't he or Vicente Fox back Trump?
Well, it certainly seems like Vicente Fox and Paul Ryan, they love violent illegals more so than Trump. And here's why. Vicente Fox, he's a good example of a globalist. Back, I believe, in 2005, during the George W. Bush administration, he was lobbying the White House to go public about the North American Union, which is a plan by the globalists to practically erase the borders between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, pretty much kind of like the European Union is today. And so you had Vicente Fox, though, speaking publicly, advocating the North American Union. The White House even had to tell him to shut up because they didn't want it to be leaked so publicly at that time. So you have Vicente Fox, of course, he's flipping Donald Trump off and going out against Trump's wall. But here's the thing, the globalists, they love open borders because they can use it to manufacture crises. For example, you saw in Turkey last year, they were shipping arms for ISIS into Syria. That's because Syria had no control over its border. So, of course, it's easy for Turkey to just go into the country and ship whatever arms they want. So that allows them to create these manufactured crises to expand the size, the scope of the government, and to fuel exploitable hysteria. So, of course, the globalists, and, from a libertarian standpoint, open borders are good, but, you kind of have to have the U.S. and Mexico, kind of like libertarian countries, if you will. So, it's like you can't really have open borders when you have a global elite that's exploiting that to expand government. Now, I'm going to have a video report on why the globalists hate Trump's wall on Resistance News on YouTube, so check it out.
Thank you, Kit. And it'll be really interesting to see just what sort of shared ideas and principles those two have in common.
Get Brain Force at 25% off for a limited time at InfowarsLife.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is it's not sustainable, right? You're going to crash afterwards. And the cool thing about this is it's not just a bunch of energy compounds that are going to fire your brain up to a higher RPM or whatever, which it does do. This is sustainable. This isn't going to spike and you're going to collapse and you're going to feel really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these drugs to knock their brain out because the brain's so fried.
We're looking at the television screen for research purposes or whatever we're even doing, trying to learn something, or staring at the computer all day, working, doing good. You're still damaging your brain.
You will find Brain Force and other game-changing products at InfowarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
Get Brain Force at 25% off for a limited time at InfowarsLife.com. And we thank you for your support.